young. He has some experience, as you said. He has some titles. That is always difficult for us, no, to sign players that have won important things. And I also have very good references about his character, his work rate, his honesty. The first impression talking to him also have been very good because he understands the game. When you start talking about the tactics, about this, you feel like he's ready, and he speaks English very well. He can cover, I think, also different positions in our system, and obviously he will need, like all the other players, some time to adapt. But I think with his experience, his personality, I hope, no, it's less time than in other cases probably.
Certainly feels like an exciting player. The fans are excited by the work that you've done so far in the window, despite selling players. The big question for the fans will be, who next? What are the positions are you looking to recruit for between now and when the window shuts next week?
I don't know how it's going to finish. No, it's true that we are probably, you asked me, one position you are looking probably is a central defender. We've been with the centre backs. No, all the market. I think is good that Bafode could play the other day, but it's probably like and then you have to be open. You have to be open because you never know what chances are going to appear in the market. And the club will be ready, to improve the squad. Yes.
One player you've been linked with is Axel Disasi. Is he someone you're aware of? Someone that you think could fit into your squad?
I will answer you the same. I answer every time you ask me about other players. Are not our players. We cannot talk about players from other clubs. I think we have to be very, very respectful with these things.
One player that's been linked potentially out of the club is James Hill. 1 year left on his current contract. Leeds United are reportedly interested in him. Would you like to keep him at the football club, or is this a decision that maybe has to be made by Thiago and Simon because of his contractual situation?
No, I have no news about this. It's new. For me, it's news. And I'm very happy with James Hill, and definitely I want to keep him, yes. No, I don't know. I cannot guarantee anything because this, like other players, you want to keep them, but if someone comes and pays the money that the club thinks that works for every part, he will leave like the others. But from my side, he played the first day, some minutes, and is a player that I value, yes.
It's always hard to predict what will happen in the window because you never know what phone call will come in. But if you were to say new faces for Bournemouth fans, maybe what, 1, 2, 3 more?
I don't know. I'm not focused even on this. I'm focusing in the game tomorrow, and I know that the market is open and everything is about the market, but I spend very little time now on the market, especially when the competition has started, even pre-season. You have your work to do, but you try to help more now that we've already played one game. They tell me things that I'm not, I'm not spending a lot of time with the market, to be honest.
Obviously, hugely exciting first game at the Vitality Stadium, brand new season, particularly off the performance at Anfield, which was so strong in so many ways. What have you learnt about your side, perhaps, since that game that you didn't know in pre-season ahead of this first home match of a brand new season?
I think it was overall a good game from our side. I think we probably, from the games we played against Liverpool this year, probably was the one we've been closer to get something from the game. But everything cannot be positive. At the end we conceded 4 goals, and I think past season we didn't concede 4 goals in any game all the season. So we were close. I think 3-0 we lost also in Anfield, but there are things we need to improve if we want to especially against these teams, get points and be competitive. Things that we have to get better, but it's not nothing. It's normal first game of the season. The 4 defenders first time they play together, so things that we need to improve, like I suppose every team now in this moment. But overall it was a very good game from our side, yes.
Talking of conceding 4 goals, Wolves conceded 4 goals against Manchester City. You probably both had 2 of the toughest games you could have on your opening match, and Wolves don't have a good record in August. They've won 1 of 22 matches whilst they've been in the Premier League. Can you learn anything from that Man City game? Can you take anything from that ahead of this match?
I think they different to our game in a different way, but I think they were much better than a 4-0 also. I think they even scored a goal that you go 1-0 up, and it was okay. It was slightly offside, these things of the VAR, but they scored the first goal, and maybe we are talking about other things in that game, no? And the City goals really, they are top level individual skills. You analyze every goal, and probably they would have scored that goal against most of the teams because they were brilliant, no? So I expect them really tough. We have the experience against them here. It's a strange matchup because I think we've lost the last 3 games here in the league against them. We've won the last 3 games away against them. So even we have the experience of the cup game where I think we played really well and we had to go to penalties to beat them. So I expect a very level game. I expect a level game, and I think we need to be very good. My concern is especially defensively to be solid, because we normally have chances. We have good offensive volume normally, and I hope defensively we can be solid tomorrow.
They've obviously lost a number of players over the course of this summer. Do you still feel like they have dangerous individuals that can hurt you? Obviously, Strand Larsen's got 4 and 4 away from home when you look at the back end of the season, so he's a player that could still hurt you. Do you feel like there are danger men there?
Yes, no, Larsen is a very good player. I know him very well, even from my La Liga years in Spain. Back when he was playing for Celta, he was very good, and past season he hurt us. I remember 2 goals there away, even if we won the game. And he's a very good player. He's probably the one, no? You like for the goals and this, you have to pay more attention. But they have very good players. They've signed also Arias, Fer Lopez, good number 10s with Munechi, Bellegar. These players around him, different characteristics. New wingbacks also, so they will have this like us, no? In some positions, still new players. And I think we are 2 teams that we've lost important players, and now we have to adapt as quickly as we can, no? And to be competitive.
And just finally for me, obviously we saw Anton's goals at Anfield last week. We know what happened during the match. I think the way he responded during the game shows you all about his characteristics. Has he been okay this week post what's happened and the subsequent outcomes with regards to the bloke being charged?
Yes, I think his behavior overall, from the moment he received the abuse to now, I think has been amazing. I think to take the things the way he took it, he explained the situation calmly to the referee, after to the teammates, to us. He focused on the game. He obviously played very well, and I saw him probably after the game a little bit down and a little bit probably overthinking, and it's normal, but has been training normal this week, and I think has been a lesson for, because I think his attitude has been very good, yes.
And then just finally for me, team news ahead of the weekend. Any players that you're welcoming back? Anyone that you're concerned you don't have?
I think Ryan Christie has trained with us all the week, so I hope he's with us. I still have last training today this afternoon, and I want to make sure, I hope he's with us. And then Justin has done some things with us. Some things I think is going to be more difficult than Ryan Christie, but at least good news that he has started doing things with the group, and he's looking fine, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll ask you about Ben Doak. How excited you are about his signing?
Yes, Ben, I think he's a player that even if he hasn't played in the Premier League, no, you've seen him play a lot. No, because with the national team, with the time that he spent with Middlesbrough, and he's a poor winger. He has the threat 1-against-1. I think he's confident, he's brave, and I think it's going to be a very, very good signing. No, I think now with these 2 signings, with Amine, with Ben, kind of we are replacing Dango and Sini, that they are going to be out. So it's numbers wise is more or less the same. No, we had a past season, but different characteristics. The four of them very good players, and I hope with Amine and Ben, I think we have more versatility. We can try different things, and I'm very happy. Yes.
You demand a lot from your wingers. How much sort of integration do they need to learn what you demand from a winger, and how much do you sort of tweak your plans to help them sort of kick on?
No, I think our wingers, it's true that we demand a lot, but it's not so difficult what they have to do. At the end, we have to put them in the best offensive position we can, and then they have to make the difference, and they have to be brave, to go against their man, to finish as many plays as they can. Obviously, they will have their defensive requirements. Probably we have more difficult positions. No, if you are telling me the 8, the 10, the ones in the middle, normally they have to read more the game, and it's more difficult to play. No, I think they will have to adapt. Also, I would like almost every winger we have. No, even if you have your preferred side, I like to change a little bit. No, and I think they are probably more suited to play in the right, but I would like them to also sometimes play on the left, and we can combine and try to find the best matchups outside. And but we have now a good time to adapt to them, and also to know where they are more comfortable, what kind of balls they can receive and damage the opposition. And I think are different, Ben and Amine, but it's very good to have them. Yes.
I think you did that switching last week at Anfield, didn't you? Tell me about David Brooks. I think he did more sprints than anyone in the Premier League this weekend. How pleased are you with where he's at, how he started?
Yeah, the game at the end, when you play against Liverpool and you play against Bournemouth, normally you are going to run. This is because they will not stop the game, we will not stop the game. It happens also against the Spurs, sometimes, I don't know, against Newcastle, Brighton, these kind of games that you never know how it's going to finish, but you are going to run, and you have to know that the game is going to be like it's going to be. And I think Brooksy has done a very good pre-season. I think the other day probably he wasn't comfortable in the first half because he had like moments where he couldn't be as effective, but second half was very good. He finished dead at the end normally because he ran a lot, and but the second half I think he, not because of the assist, I think we had good combinations with Adrien, with Taff around those zones, even with Marcos, Eva going that side, and I think we found good positions. Yes.
He also started your first game for Bournemouth 2 years ago, West Ham, and I wonder, because obviously we know what he was coming through at that time, is he a completely different person in terms of form and fitness today as he was when you first arrived?
Yes, I think so. Obviously there is a part that is the physical side that he's in a much better place, something very normal, especially in his case, no? But also mentally, I think he understands very well what we need from him. You know, he's smart in the way that sometimes he has to work more defensively, sometimes he has to cover more the inside and help the midfielders. Sometimes we allow him to stay higher up the pitch and just focus more on the offensive side, and he understands what the team needs. And yes, I hope we can keep him there, and I think he's in a good place. Yes.
And you mentioned Diakite earlier, playing against Liverpool. How's he reacted to his first taste of Premier League football?
I think he was talking to him, and he was not surprised, but he saw, woof, this is a high level game. You know, he had already played against Liverpool past season there in the Champions League, so he's used to this kind of games. But the game went really fast, that one, and obviously he had trained with us 2 days. There are things we need to improve with him, not about him, about the understanding with the teammates, how we